Alright, I'm Jerry. I'm Frederick. And I'm Deshawn. Good morning with the Vanburgers, yeah!
Okay, alright.
Okay, everybody, Jerry here, Views from the Couch team. We're gonna be talking about Dragon Ball Z FighterZ today. I got my boy Fred, I got my boy Deshawn, I got my big bro Mardo, and over in the background right here, camera work, Chris Farrell 954.
You already know.
So today, basically, we're gonna be discussing how we feel about this game that's coming out, what we saw at E3, how we feel about it. Plus, we're gonna be comparing it with shit we already played in the past, like Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, Burst Limit, and how we feel about this 2D perspective versus 3D perspective, which we're used to.
From what I've seen, I like it. I love it. Because it kind of remind me of Marvel vs. Capcom. The way the whole.
Honestly, even the whole Marvel vs. Capcom, the whole Street Fighter, leave that to Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, this is DBZ. Like, you watch the show, it's always in 3D. Like, you want a 3D environment to play the game. You don't want a 2D environment. Like, as you're watching the show, they're always ducking behind rocks, navigating through the whole stage. It's not just this one area you're in the show.
Yeah, but I think the reason they're doing it, they're marketing for like competitive players. Because other games, they probably got used to like if you knew how to dodge, then you obviously can win the whole match.
Yeah.
So I think now it's like now we can just actually get out and fight each other, and you have to figure out your own buttons and character controls and all that.
Yeah, that's respectively. That's the only part I agree with you, Deshawn. For when it comes to competitive gameplay, there's a big market for competitive gameplay out there. And I see this doing really great in that marketplace. But as a fan of Dragon Ball Z, I grew up and personally I started getting into Dragon Ball Z games around Tenkaichi era. Him, on the other hand, he got into Dragon Ball Z in the Budokai era, which was like this
2001
2D landscape.
That's when I started playing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And intelligent, I like.
Yeah,
I
like, as I can say,
nice.
me and Fred, this is what we grew up on. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi. That's what we were used to. That's what feels right to play a Dragon Ball Z game. Like Frederick, he even said he was expecting Raging.
I was expecting Raging Blast 2. Like Raging Blast 1 was perfect. Like all you needed was just to update those new characters with a new saga instead of like ending it with the it was ending at the Cell Saga, but
yeah,
I think it ended
Majin Buu Saga.
Yeah, it had really good graphics and all that.
Exactly, it was going in the right direction.
And you can fly, and you can go up, you can hit people down, you can fly.
People was comparing it to Tenkaichi 3, which was like the greatest Dragon Ball Z game ever, and it was getting to that. By the time it got to Raging Blast 2, it wasn't better than Tenkaichi 3, but it was slowly working its way there, and for some reason, they just stopped production, and they just been giving us garbage Dragon Ball Z games back to back.
But at the same time, you gotta try something new. They're
really testing the waters with this one. They're trying to see how people react to gameplay like this.
Yeah. I mean, the people, everybody's saying they love it. They say they like it, but they're not really paying attention. Like, I mean, it's basically if you want to play Tekken with this Dragon Ball Z character, that's what it is, or Street Fighter character with this Dragon Ball Z skin on it. That's all it is. That's the way I see it. It's basically just a Street Fighter game with this Dragon Ball Z
Basically, yeah, that's what I'm seeing
it
here. I'm
really
seeing
just.
but back to what they shall say. This is what people want. Let's see what the sales do.
Because most of the time, most games don't get good because it's not what people want. It's like what they want, and it's like that's not how you sell a product out there.
Exactly. You got to go with what the mainstream media wants. You know, like if you want to make money, like this is Dragon Ball Z. They struggling. Like their last game, freaking Xenoverse, it was good, but it fell off. So they're trying to get on that mainstream mode. Like, look, Street Fighter, Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom, all these games, they have a great tournament fan base, and that's what I see. They quickly came out with this game to try to get on that
The
wave.
thing is about Xenoverse, the reason why I think it failed is because, I mean, honestly, it feels like a lot of button smashing with Xenoverse, and not only that, like, for me, the fighting on it, the fighting mechanics was just like, it was confusing. I didn't really like it. And,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Xenoverse was very ambitious. It gave us that feel like this was a Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi open world.
They gave us very
But-
fast street.
Exactly, right? That same energy they poured into Xenoverse 1 and 2, they could have gave us Tenkaichi 4.
Yeah, but I think what they're trying to do, they're trying to test something new because they can't have the game with the same mechanics. So they're trying to get to the flow where you like the anime where you can fight multiple people, which is kind of hard to replicate in the game with controls and all that.
Yeah.
They're trying to replicate that in the game, which is why they have Xenoverse. And the Xenoverse 2 was probably like they're trying to finish that design.
Yeah, honestly,
But
seeing
it is difficult though to work with.
from what I'm seeing of this game right now, I like the artwork. Don't get me wrong, the artwork looks beautiful. The backgrounds, everything looks flashy. But to be honest, this looks like something that belongs on your phone to me.
Yeah, I mean, it takes
Like it's all cool and all. Keep this shit on a handheld basis, on a phone.
It was already on the DS. They had like,
Exactly.
I forgot what it was called, but it was on the DS.
But
already.
when you bring this to a powerful console like a PS4 Pro, like we want something with substance in it.
Yeah.
This is not substance.
It's not really- it's
We don't
like-
live to play
You
this
can put
shit.
this on any other system.
Exactly.
It
This
don't-
shit
it
would do well on a fucking GameCube.
You know, you curse. But look, the thing is, like you're not really using the PS4's capability.
Exactly.
with this.
To show people how the Dragon
Like,
Ball Z
it really
universe
isn't.
truly is. This is weak. This feels weak.
Maybe there's more to it.
I mean,
It just probably don't, doesn't come out.
Yeah, we're
It's
talking.
just a demo.
It is
From what
but
we're
it's-
seeing, of
but it's more-
course,
it's
it's
more
a
of a-
demo.
Yeah, but it's more of a marketing thing if anything. Cause like we didn't see when the sales happen, see how people react to a game like this.
That's true.
Like we'll see like if the game brings people back to when they first got into Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's true.
And we'll see if it attracts even the new people.
Oh, this comes out early 2000.
Back on like the Game Boy Advance and all that stuff was Dragon Ball Z Sonic Warriors. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, I mean, this is the demo. And like, what I see now is like, I don't know if they're gonna be able, if you're gonna be able to fight on base form because they're just Super Saiyan at the get go. And like,
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, look, this shit says Goku. You saw his name, right?
they don't say
It doesn't
SS.
say Super Saiyan Goku.
They don't say
or anything.
SS1 and nothing. They don't say Gohan SS2.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I think they just made it like that.
yeah.
just so-
This is the demo.
I think
so-
they just made it like that just so people could just like.
Yeah, when their roster is probably not even finished, they're just
Yeah.
showing you what they got.
Yeah, what they got.
Yeah,
so
all
far.
of this looks real nice, but honestly, if they was gonna do something like this, remember what was the name? Burst Limit? Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit? That's on
Burst Limit.
PS1.
No,
Burst
no,
PS1.
Xbox.
On
Xbox
Xbox?
360.
Xbox 60.
Burst Limit.
360. And
360, it was
and
on-
your
it was on
PS3.
Okay, there was a two-dimensional one that was early in PS3 days.
Yeah,
PS
Burst Limit.
Burst Limit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Burst
Yeah,
Limit.
okay.
They could have just do Burst Limit 2 instead of doing this shit.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with it, because Burst Limit was one of those underappreciated Dragon Ball Z games that just fell off. If they wanted to get back into the competitive market, that would have been perfect
But
for
only-
them. Release Burst Limit 2.
It should.
Yeah.
But that was that 2D feel, and it looked a lot better.
Yeah.
And they had a
graphics.
better story mode. I would have been on this game. I would have been like,
Yeah,
yo,
it had
this
really
is
good
good.
graphics. I don't know why.
But this shit is like cartoony. Like this shit belongs on a freaking Game Boy Advance or something.
Yeah. The reason why Burst Limit.
Like I'm not gonna fanboy it just because it's Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
But what you say?
Like the reason why Burst Limit 2 is not like they haven't made it because of the sell of the first one. Like a lot of people didn't buy
It
it.
did release at around the time people was not really into that competitive gameplay.
Yeah. I mean,
But
it's
right
really-
now it would be a
If they
perfect
release
time to
it, if they
re-release
release
it.
it right now, they will make money off of it.
So yeah, I understand
And
why they probably went with the
Mhm.
decision to not do Burst Limit 2.
Yeah.
Let's just do this new feel to try to compare with Street Fighter, all these arcade
Yeah,
fighting
so
games.
that's the game that
Like
makes
this,
money.
yeah, this
If
would
you
be a
look-
safer bet
If
for
you,
them.
if you look at this right now, like this is strictly fighting, like what they're trying to say. This is strictly fight. Like the stage is smaller than the Budokai series stages. Like I mean,
Yeah.
not smaller, but like the area when you're actually fighting is really small, and there's like little room to like maneuver or stuff like get out the way. It's strictly just fighting.
So like a Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's strictly
I
just
like
fighting.
that.
Yeah, because I kind of prefer fighting on cartoonish in like games like this, because they put cartoonish in like 3D fighting games. It's like weird, like in shooting games and all that. Like
you know,
the 3D.
picture there was a Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm like this. Like it wouldn't feel right. You need a 3D world. Like you're used to. We're gonna do some gameplay comparison of Xenoverse 2. We're gonna go back play Tenkaichi. We're gonna go back play Burst Limit. We're gonna do a comparison and see how will this compare to this new.
And plus, especially Budokai too. You gotta get Budokai.
Yeah, and definitely Budokai. We can't leave that out. That's where this 2D. That's the best 2D Dragon Ball Z games ever.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, views from the couch, like and subscribe this video, like it, you know, anything else guys y'all want to cover, get off your chest.
Like I said, you know, it's just our opinion, you know, we're just trying to give us our opinion.
As for right now,
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Alright. Yeah.
Alright guys, be sure to like and subscribe, stay tuned for the next video where we're going to be doing the gameplay comparisons and giving our thoughts and opinion of those games, because that's what we do, we play the old and we go back in time and see how this shit made us feel.
Peace.
Peace.
I like chicken.